Hey guys, what's up? This is Jack from Candy Country Reptiles. Today we're going to cut clutch number 2. Just going to show you a little bit about, for those of you that haven't watched any of our Bullseye stuff in the past. This is clutch 2s from a Bullseye Het G-stripe. This is actually the mom right here. And it kind of dubbed into Project Bullseye because we get these circular spots down the dorsal with the black stripe in, and then it also stretches the alien heads, and you get like some of these hooks and stuff going down over the side. And I actually bred her back to one of her sons, which I think is a super form. So this is the male I bred her to, what I believe to be a fire leopard super bullseye. I would have shown his brother too. I just showed his brother not too long ago, so they compare the differences. His brother, I believe, was just a leopard fire bullseye. I think this is a super form. So I'm kind of trying to reproduce this guy to see if we get something to kind of see if I can prove there's a super form or not. And he's also possible Het G-stripe, so there's a chance we could produce some G-stripes in this clutch as well. But we'll see if we can figure something out. But I'm pretty sure this guy is a super form, because if I had his brother, like I said, I would have shown his brother's side next to him. But
And as babies, wasn't he just so much darker?
Darker and but more blushed out, but the pattern was completely different. Like and I know I've seen pictures of like the bullseye. I think is similar to like Trick and Hurricane and stuff like that. And I know they've just proven Trick and Hurricane to have a super form. So I'm trying to see if there's one for bullseye too. But we got 7 eggs. Kind of trying to prove him out Het G-stripe as well. So we'll see if we get lucky. See what we can.
That looks striped.
That's G-stripe. Holy shit. That's, wow. That's a leopard fire. That might be bullseye G-stripe.
Yeah, cause look at can you see here? Like the black. That's what the one you have there, the black outlining, like here. There's a black outlining along that stripe the whole way.
Wow. That's cool. I'm not complaining at all there.
Was he 66% het?
50.
Woohoo!
50% het.
Wow. We don't get that very often. Nice. Oh, look at the sides on that. I would say bullseye.
Well, that's leopard does that too.
Oh, yes, I always forget that's
in G-stripe. But there's definitely fire too, because it's light.
Oh my gosh.
Have to look more.
That's gonna be a really cool looking snake.
Yeah, that's gonna be a cool baby. That's cool.
Ooh.
Let's hit a couple more. Let's hit a couple more of those. Huh. Well, that's always nice. First egg. Sweet. Wow.
That's some darkness of wow.
That's insane. So, that looks super bullseye.
Which doesn't prove that we talked about this because
it's still bullseye. It's still bullseye to bullseye.
Yeah.
What but he could be super. I know.
I definitely think that shows. Holy jeez! Look at the marks on the side of that thing.
I think it's fire as well, because it's lighter in here. I think that's probably fire super bullseye.
Oh, wow!
But that is sick looking. Wow. That's 2 eggs. Those are cool. Alright. Let's see. I wouldn't complain dying to hit one more G stripe. That would be cool, but
it's amazing knowing he's hit.
That looks very similar to the last baby.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh. Look at that blushing right there. Ooh.
Good gravy. Yeah, I'm just look at like the stretching and the combining of the alien heads right here.
So that's Leopard and Bullseye. You think? Or is it just making it, it's the super making it all weird, like, it looks like chains on the side.
I don't know if that's Leopard. I think that might be just like the last baby, Fire Super Bullseye. It might be Leopard.
Because it has that, look at that blushing over there. That's wicked cool.
It might be. I got a picture of the dad right as a baby on my phone. I don't know if we can show it. How well it'll show up from like my screen phone on there, but
weirdly. I don't know. You see them next to each other up there, and they're not. Maybe it's just because we can see the blushing on that one.
Yeah. Then maybe that first one might not be Fire.
Yeah, because that second one looks a lot lighter on the...
It does definitely look a lot lighter. Next.
Now that you have them
we'll show you guys a comparison here side by side to those here at the end of the video. We'll get the rest of the clutch cut. That's Bullseye for sure. Not as extreme as the first two, though.
No.
Interesting.
For sure.
Let's see. These eggs were kind of on the bottom of the ones on top, so these last couple are just a little
fuller.
A little more full of stuff yet. Now this looks very similar to what I remember Dad looking at. Yeah. Wow. That's very similar to what Dad looked like out of the egg. I can get that back open here. Sorry about that.
As if we can get service. Here.
So that's Dad right out of the egg.
Yeah, very similar for sure, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much, look at, there's the blushing and stuff again. I'd say very similar.
Which seems very similar to this one.
Except that's not Leopard. This is Leopard as well.
Yeah.
I guarantee that one that we just cut is Leopard Fire. Pretty much, I think, what Dad is. That egg we just cut.
Well, and we would do better to believe that it's a super if all of these are
Bullseye. And so far they are minus the G stripe. That's gonna have to take a really
closer look once it comes out.
Take a look at that.
Dang.
That's Bullseye too.
Yeah, look at that. Man, the hooks and things on that thing is crazy.
That might just be Bullseye.
No.
Nothing. Maybe a Leopard Bullseye.
Yeah. That's not what a normal bullseye looks like. They just get aliens stretched out, not like weird hooked sort of. Look, looks like an infinity symbol. That's crazy. That's cool.
And then this last egg is giant and still really, really full.
I know it's full as we've seen some other ones, but that's a big egg.
What the heck?
I'm just looking at a side. What?
What the heck is that? Okay. Not sure what I'm looking at.
Whoa. G-stripe.
Yeah.
Why is it that light?
Fire. Okay, so that first G-stripe is not fire. That's
everything?
That's Leopard Fire Super Bullseye G-stripe. Because I do have what I believe from a different clutch I produced. I believe I made a Super Bullseye G-stripe.
Good grief.
Just see if I can find her quick. I don't know. Because you get like really broke. Yeah, that first G-stripe is definitely not fire.
But look at how yellow. Look at how yellow that is.
Yeah, it's the Super Bullseye, I think.
Making it just that bright?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, so.
Good grief. They look like they don't belong in the same thing.
Here's one from a couple years ago. What I believe to be a Super Bullseye G-stripe.
Yeah, I mean
there's no other jeans that play besides Bullseye, G-stripe, and then there was Xanthic in the mix as well, but no other jeans to get like these crazy, like alien head looking blips and stuff.
And no leopard.
And no leopard at all.
Even possible.
Nope, not in that pairing.
Well, and it might be that that's why this one doesn't.
This one definitely has leopard.
Yeah, but the color, like that,
I don't understand this. Not that I'm complaining.
Unless it's just the fire doing that, but that's so hard to believe that the fire would lighten it that much. But we've said before that we don't understand what.
I don't know, because that's got fire in it, non G-stripe. But that's like craziness. That
almost looks like, I don't know.
You know what?
Like butter or something.
Oh,
like a bumblebee. It was weird.
My first initial thinking was Disco Inferno.
Oh, but none of these even had the possibility of disco.
No.
At all.
No. So I have no idea. It's not that I'm complaining. I love mysteries. That thing is nuts looking.
But it also looks familiar, like we've seen snakes that have looked like that we've hatched.
Well, again, with showing that Super Bullseye, you can see all the little faded, like stretched, like all this stuff on the side.
So maybe I don't know, some of these other ones you thought maybe were super. I don't know. Gosh, this will be fun.
Yeah. High-powered dinking. Gotta love it.
All right.
But that's cool. We'll show you the whole clutch up here together.
And that's excellent odds because we got 2 G-stripes. And they should have been...
Out of 7. Oh,
yeah, it should have been a quarter of it.
Quarter of them. So, yeah. We pretty
just
much...
essentially, yep.
Pretty good. But... Yeah, there's... Like, see the extreme pattern on that
stretched
one and that one.
Then this one has those blushing things right there.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure. I mean, you guys definitely going to want to tune in for the follow-up on this clutch.
And this is probably going to be one of those where the first couple of sheds we're going to see.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to definitely do some looking. Like
changing.
I've been working this Bullseye thing for like 15 years now, if not longer, but...
It's at least that long, because I've been around that long.
Yeah. Yeah, let us know what you think. I mean... I don't know what's going on between this G-stripe and this G-stripe that's so extreme, like difference-wise.
Yeah, it's very hard to believe it's just fire making that much of a difference.
I know
wow.
Leopard throws like heavy black, like striping down along the G-stripe, so this is definitely Leopard.
And maybe it's not a super.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
this is a super.
So maybe it's just...
I think this is like a Leopard Bullseye G-stripe.
Right. So then the next one has 2 more genes on it.
This could be Leopard Fire Super Bullseye
Right.
G-stripe. Yeah.
Which, that could make sense.
Yeah,
2 more
maybe.
genes on it, but hard to believe it changed it that much.
Yeah.
But we've seen that before, where sometimes just adding 1 gene changes it.
So I think this is the G-stripe version of this.
Gosh. Yeah.
But, like, you know, I'm just guessing because...
Is it fair to say at first glance, without getting them out yet, that they all have bullseye?
Yes.
Looks like it.
Looks like
Pretty
it.
obviously, in my opinion.
Yeah, I believe so. Which tends to lead me to believe that Dad is a super. Because I mean, you know, half the babies from this, if he was a super and Mom's a bullseye, half the babies should have been supers. So I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe this one, not sure. This one is definitely not. This one I don't believe is. But I'm gonna say for sure 1, 2, 3, 4 supers, possibly 5.
That tracks.
Which is half the clutch, you know, or a little bit better.
Because it seems when we just do regular bullseye that we're getting about half the clutch that the bullseye carries through.
Yeah, which is what it should be doing. So, but I'm excited to see these guys out of the eggs now. Like, I've been wanting to make a Leopard G-stripe for a long, long time. So I'm happy. Might have hit a couple. That's cool. I mean, I almost like this one better because it's just the contrasting yellow stripe with the little black thin stripes along there.
He always likes the dark. You like the dark.
I do like darker stuff better.
I agree. The contrast on that one's pretty awesome.
But this is going to be... I want to see the head on this thing. So definitely check in. Probably they'll be out. Let's see, what is today? Sunday.
It takes about 10 days, right?
Yeah, 10 to 12 days probably for the follow-up. So mid-June for this clutch. Give us a thumbs up, comment. We like reading your comments, see what you guys think about them. And until next time, thanks for watching.